Hello everybody, it's Ghost Aquariums. I know I have not posted in a long time. I've had back surgeries and back issues and haven't done nowhere near the amount I normally do in the fish shed. I'll try to get back to some normality soon, but I need to replace a few goldfish I've lost over a period of time. I lost a lot of my ranchu. Now, this is an unboxing from Coburg Aquarium, and have a look. You can see it's all still tightened down. Too many people that do these unboxing, you actually watch and they'd already undone them first. So we won't be doing that. We'll be doing this live in this video. Now, I do have one ranchu left out of my ranchu colony. So I've ordered 5 small A grade. They come as A grade, I'm pretty sure that was written on them. And 5 or 6 Walken. Now, I've never had the Walken before, and I apologise if that's not the pronunciation, but that's what most people have done. They're very similar to a chunky, more chunky comet goldfish, but with a twin tail. A lot of people have likened them to the body shape of a small koi. So let's get on with this. Trusty old Stanley knife. Now, I couldn't believe, now where I am, Coburg is in Victoria, I think. Apologise if I got that wrong, but I think they're in Victoria. Now, here we are on a Tuesday, even though the delivery thing that I got this morning on tracking said it's due tomorrow, it lobbed today. That is pretty good on a Tuesday. That is pretty darn good. So, I'm assuming they'll acclimate well to cold water because I don't run heaters with my goldfish. So here we are. There's all my receipt stuff. Uh, they instead of Walken, they are a Walken, but they're a Ho Kim, Hoe Kim, Ho Kim goldfish. Okay. I won't tell you the price. The only reason I won't tell you the price because sometimes when you tell the prices, so you think, oh, that's a good price or a bad price or whatever, and then you get on and that price has changed anyway. So it's just as easy. Looks like I must have ordered 6 ranchu. I thought I ordered 5. So it's the 5 Walken and it's 6 ranchu. So let's get them out. Let's have a little bo peep. Now, if you just bear with me, I'll go get a light. Sorry about this, but now I've got to find my light. When you have a big fish shed, all you seem to be wandering around trying to find stuff. So what we'll do is under the light, I'll be able to see if there's anything nastily wrong with anything. Right at the minute, I cannot see a big problem. Body shape looks pretty good at the moment. So I'll drop this in here. That one there. Right, now for the Walken. Not a bad size. Not a bad size at all for those ones. Sorry, I didn't bring the other ones up close enough. I don't know if you can see there through the light. The Walkens, I'll be really curious to see what they're like when I get them out and actually after they're acclimated and I see that twin tail in full view. It'll be quite nice. Beautiful couple of 2 or 3 red and white ones, and they're bloody lovely. So they all look pretty good. That's great for the insurance side of things. I don't get a wee worried about that. Whoa, good camera work. So they will go into these pens here. I'll shut this valve off. So what that basically does, I can acclimate them in there and quarantine them in there, because normally the water will go through here back into there, the bag system with all the breeders. I don't want to do that, so I actually put them in tubs like these or wherever and quarantine them. But I can turn off the valves here. The water will stop running through by the time 15-20 minutes has elapsed for me to let them go. And then I can quarantine them actually within there, and then after a couple of weeks I'll open the valves, knowing that these will have some extra salt in them. They'll have Ichinec in there just to make sure there's nothing bad, but they look pretty good, and I will feed them Daphnia. Now, one thing I will say, you're not going to be able to see them. I have been putting Daphnia in here the last couple of days. So there'll be a bit of Daphnia actually in there and starting to colonise in there. So that'll give them a fresh source of food, but light in their belly. So, well, they don't really have a belly or a stomach, just eating shit it straight out, really. So that way it gives them a little food source when they get released from the bag straight away. I'll feed them some light stuff like flakes and with a little bit of minced garlic. That'll cure any inside or outside parasites. I should tell you the truth. That's not quite right what I said. It won't cure. What it does, it stops. So if you put garlic into your food, parasites do not like garlic at all. So if a fish eats a bit of garlic food, if you have parasites in its guts or anything like that, they'll want to escape. So they'll go out anally, right? And they'll go out. If you have any little skin flutes and stuff like that, they can't stay on a fish that's got garlic in its system. So what they do, they drop off. So garlic is a great thing to give your fish occasionally. I know people that just drop a clove in and let the fish play with it. They don't really eat it, but they just nip at it and they get a little bit. But I find if you get a little bit of flakes on one hand, a spoon with a little bit of garlic on the other, and then dip them in at the same time together and rattle them around, and the fish can't start snapping at the flakes, they'll get a little bit of garlic, and it's great gut health. But yeah, I'm really liking the looks of these at the minute. They're definitely going to be a lot better. You'll see with some of my fish, there's arandas in there and tricolours and blacks and that. There's pearl scales in there, but there's one lone, and it, oh, I have to turn the valve off so you can see. Oh, there he goes down there. Ranchu. So they're all the other pearl scales breeders. But that Ranchu, look at the size of that one, that's huge. Will eventually go in the pens over there. And then I will release that with the smaller ones. They won't be breeding this year. I'll buy in a few bigger ones for that. These are the Yumbao. Some of those ones down there. That one there is absolutely beautiful. I bred that a couple of years ago. It is huge. And then the other 3 bigger ones are my main breeders. I used to have 6 of them years ago, but eventually died off. And here we've got a panda aranda, got arandas and that. Once again, this has turned in a lot bigger video than we got shrimp and Madaka rice fish and all enclosed in behind there. Madaka rice fish, and this is a butterfly telescope in with my black moors because I'm looking for more butterfly telescope. Please, people, contact me if you know anybody in Australia selling butterfly telescope. Look at that beauty. Bloody beautiful. All babies in the bottom of there. There's my Ryukins in there. Paradise fish. Oh look, there's so many different things I've got going here. You'll just have to watch another video, or maybe if you want, let me know and I might do a bigger video, because as you all know, or those that have watched, I've got a big outside area as well, and there should be a big shade house build coming up soon for out there too. All right, thank you very much. It'll be nearly time to release these. I might do a short video in the next couple of days and let you know how they're going. All right, see you later, and well done, Coburg Aquariums.